Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sport Karate Live. I'm Point Fighter Live. I'm Alex Reyes, and welcome to the show. And what a great week! What a great year! Sport Karate is, man, it's awesome right now. The sport is big time right now. So, um, today we're gonna have Hunter Rodriguez and Corina Bolan, and that's one of the things that I've been doing with the show. More women, more juniors, more forms. Uh, everybody on the show, right? The more love for everyone, right? So there's a lot of superstars in the sport, and that's the key. That's what I want to do. I want to highlight everybody out there, right? So thanks for joining us. You're getting that notification. I just got it right now. I just got it right now. I'm about to share it. Give us a share as well. Let us know where you're watching from. And thanks for joining us. I'm about to share it right now. You can hear it. I just got it on my phone. And we're going to be talking about the Syracuse Open, the Keystone State Games, 2 events. Last weekend, we actually had 4-point fighter approved events. So, we did 2 yesterday and then 2 today. So we're going to share it right now. I'm sharing it. Give us a share as well. Spread the love. The page is almost at 100,000 followers, so that's pretty cool. And it's been 7 years, and no fake likes. All right, so what's going on? Power, baby. Yes. All right, thanks for joining us. All right, okay, we're gonna talk about the sponsors real quick, and then we're gonna bring them on the show. Let's not have them wait too long. Fighters Inc. and Top 10, great company. They don't just have gear. They got uniforms, mats, anything you need, anything you need for your school. They have mitts, boxing, jiu-jitsu, ITF, everything. Okay, so they got a special going on right now. If you're a school owner, wholesale, you could get these set of gloves and feet gear. This is the fighter brand, right? And you could get it for as low as $10 a pair. So that's a great deal. And awesome company, great for the sport. Sponsor of the show. Another great sponsor of the show has been with me from the beginning, before Point Fighter Live. ASG. These are some nice gloves there. Man, you could get, if you're a promoter, you could even have custom gear, right, to give out as an award. That's a great idea right there, I think. So make sure you support Jason Chen, a great company. And then another great company, Doris Brothers Trophies. You've been seeing those power rings pop out, right? They're sponsored by Doris Brothers. Man, I made the deal with Doris Brothers in about 3 weeks the rings were here. Boom. So that's talking about service, great quality, reliable. Been around for, I don't know. He's the godfather of trophies. Okay, so you got a tournament, contact him. He's your man. All right. So we're gonna just bring them on right now. I do got to give a shout out to the winners, Syracuse Open. Thanks to Michael Simmons for streaming a lot there. Look at all the winners there. Great, a lot of winners right there and the tournament was awesome. It looked like a great event. Also, the Keystone Karate State Games was great up there. So, all right, let's bring them on. We're not going to have them wait anymore. Hunter and Corina.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Point Fighter Live. How's everybody doing tonight? Good?
Good, thanks.
Doing pretty good.
Awesome. Hey, congratulations on your wins this past weekend. Corina, you won the overall, right, for the women?
Yeah, the overall and the open weight as well.
And the open weight.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You've been on a roll too. You've been like competing a lot, and I've been seeing you. You're winning first place at these big nationals, and you're doing your thing. That's great.
Thanks. I'm trying.
Yeah. Hey, and Hunter, you won the power ring, right? It was pretty cool how they had it at the Keystone State Games. It was pretty cool how they did like a versus, you versus David Piccioni, right? I think I said it right. He was on the show before too. It was kind of head to head for the ring. That was pretty cool, and then you ended up winning. And congratulations on that win right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you've been, man, you've been around a while too. How old are you?
15.
15, but man, your bio is pretty impressive already. Like you got NASCAR, you've been on teams, and you've been now you're nice. I also see you're in the WKF, like the traditional tournaments, right? Like the Olympic
Yeah.
style events. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, so now you're doing. So, are you kind of like focusing on that more than anything right now?
Yeah. Trying to get the points for the WKF rankings.
Nice, nice. Hey, so that's your goal, is to try to make it into the Olympics, right?
Yeah, hopefully. But I won't be old enough for 2020.
Oh, you won't be old enough, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's pretty cool that you're getting that experience right now, right? To set it up for that. And so, how'd you enjoy the event? I know that you've been with NEMAC. I mean, you were NEMAC last year. You're the champion, and then you won this tournament. How was the tournament, and how do you like the organization?
It was very, very nice. It went very fast, unlike most of the other tournaments that I've been to that drag on for hours. It was very nice. It went very fast. The medals were also pretty good too.
Yeah, yeah, great medals, and the setup is really nice over there at
Yeah.
the event. Yeah, they do a good job. Pat Riley does everything first class. Hey, so how about you, Corina? How'd you enjoy the Syracuse Open? Has it been the first time you've been there?
Yeah, it was our first time going there. Um, it was a nice
Nice,
tournament.
man. Yeah, it was a good tournament. I was like, I'm the one that approached, Java about Point Fighter Proof, because I kind of always see pictures, and like he always gets top fighters there, and there was some good fighters there, good competitors out there. And hey, in your camp, actually, you got a great camp right now, right? You, Jeremy, Francor, right,
Yeah.
and um, you know Michael, um, Michael as well, and you guys got a good camp right there. Did you guys bring any other students?
Yeah, so they there were, I think, we were a group of about 10 to 12 students, and everyone did pretty good over there. It was a fun way to fight different people for the other people. I fought actually one of the girls who I train with mostly, so we fought against each other, which, I mean, in a way you want to fight different people, but in another
Yeah.
way, like, you always get to learn about yourself either way, no matter who you fight against with. So.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys got a good crew now. Like you guys have been going to a lot of tournaments. Like, now the school is owned by Jeremy's dad, right? Robbie Francor, right?
Yeah, so what happens is that I train with them on Sundays and sometimes during the week, but my school is actually uh, on the south shore of Montreal. It's actually 40 minutes from theirs because we don't live in the same.
Oh, okay,
We
okay,
don't live in the
okay.
same city.
Ah, I see, I see, I see. That's cool. And how long have you been doing martial arts for?
For a bit more than 15 years, I would say.
Oh, 15. Wow, so a long
Yeah.
time. 15, Hunter's 15. Right? Hey, but Hunter, I seen pictures of you like when you were little. Like you've been doing this for a long time too, right?
Yeah. About 11 and a half years.
Wow, so when you were 4, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much 4 years old. And for both of you, this is always a great question. How did it start for you guys? Like, how did, 4 years old, Hunter,
Yeah.
your parents put you in, obviously, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you were asking for it or not. No? You don't remember, right? 4, you don't really remember much. Do you remember your classes at that age or not?
I remember one class in particular. It was, I can't remember what day it was, but it was one of the first classes that we did. I remember because we were doing, it was the first kata that we learned. It was just basic kata, like down block punch.
But you remember it, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Remembering your first classes, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Corina? You remember, how old were you when you started?
No, I was about 4 also, and I think it's
Wow.
just my parents did karate when they were younger, and they just tried it out and see if I would like it, and I ended up like enjoying it. But I don't remember that far though.
I don't remember either. It's crazy. The only thing I mean, I seen pictures of me, but I don't really remember until I was like 12. I don't know.
Yeah.
I started when I was 4, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hey, so Hunter, there's a good question for you. Adjustments, right? Because you're still competing out there nationally too, and you're doing the WKF stuff. And like, what adjustments do you have to make to your forms? Like, is there adjustments, big adjustments?
The main adjustments that I have to make are basically for going from the traditional to the open ones. It's basically trying to focus more on the kime power on my technique and solid stances, because the mats are a lot slipperier in the open tournaments. Like last
Oh, really?
weekend, yeah.
So the mats are different?
Yeah, because the mats in the WKF tournaments and the traditional tournaments are more worn. They've been used a lot more, so they're less slippery.
For real? Wow. Hey, that's funny you mentioned that. There are tournaments that the even for fighting, right? That the ring is like more slippery. I guess because it's more new, right? And that plays that, like, how do you really prepare for that, right? Like, because you really don't know until the tournament. Like, there's some tournaments that the it's kind of like reminds me of like football, right? The turf. Like, it could be a rainy day or a snowy day or just a good warm day, right? Like, have you ever had to go through that, Corina? Like, where you're like, man, these mats are like slippery or anything?
Definitely. And I mean, I'm someone who likes to punch too, and it's really hard to just like dive into someone when the mats are slippery. But I've seen people try to put hairspray on their, like, on the bottom of their feet. I don't know if it works. I just know I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty rough. But you know what? The cool thing about it is that it's even, like everybody has that floor.
Yeah.
It's not like anybody has the advantage. Unless I know that, hey, this is a good tip out there. I know that, like, in Chicago it's known for that, because I guess they use new mats almost every tournament at AK. And there's actually a spray out there, right? That's for your feet so you don't slip so much. Have you guys heard of that?
No, like I said, I've heard of people putting hairspray, but I haven't heard
Yeah,
of an
hairspray, but I
actual.
know that there's like some kind of spray, but maybe somebody out there knows a good tip for that, because that does happen. That does happen. Hey, so Corina, you've been on a roll lately. Like, I met you last year in Capital Classics, I think, right?
Yeah, in
For the
Washington.
first time, and you've always done really well, but now I see you even more active out in the sport, right?
Yeah, I try to. We try to do the tournaments in the States that can be done by car, because then the flights are kind of expensive, but as soon as we know that we can get there by car, then we try to do it. And I think the more tournaments I do, like, the more I'll gain experience, because I think that's one of the things I was missing.
Yeah, so you're getting more experience. Now you're in Montreal, right? How far is it to, like, let's say, drive to like New York to Syracuse? Is it pretty far? How long a drive is it?
Syracuse was about 4.5 hours, I would say.
Oh, that's not bad
Wasn't
at
so
all.
bad. No,
Yeah,
no.
that's not bad. So you're kind of almost like in the East Coast area,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Now, Hunter, you're from New York, right?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay, I thought I saw it on your profile, but you're from Pennsylvania. But that's close to that East Coast area too. And there's so many good tournaments out there. Like there's so many good. That's one good thing about living, like, let's say, in a state like Florida, or like you're in the East Coast, right? Like, you could actually compete a lot without having to fly out to a lot of states and be known as a national competitor, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So what's up? What's coming up for you guys? What's next? What's the next tournament?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Hunter.
USA and KF Nationals is one of the tournaments that I'm one of the bigger tournaments that I'm getting ready for. It basically, if I get first or second, I make the team and I can go to the junior Pan American Games.
Man, that's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So that's I heard of that tournament. Is that one in Vegas, I think, or in Orlando? Well, where's that?
It changes locations every year.
Yeah.
I think it's in Ecuador this year.
Oh, it's in Ecuador?
Mm.
Wow. That's awesome, man. That's cool. And that's cool that they have those steps, right? Like the Pan American Games,
Yeah.
and these they have do you know how it works? Like the that you have to go for this tournament and this tournament and that tournament. How does it hold? How does all that work?
So you have to go to a national qualifier, and if you get in the top 16 in your top 16 in your division, you get to go to USANCF nationals. And at nationals, if you get first or second place, you can go to the Junior Pan American Games, and if you get either of the 2/3, you're an alternate. But if you get for this year, if you get first place, you get to go to the Junior Worlds, and that goes 1 year. You're able to, the Junior Worlds is available. The next year you can't, but then like every other year.
So depending on how you place is what tournament you go to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
This year is pretty interesting for me because my birthday is in between Junior Pan Ams and the Junior Worlds. So you have to compete in the age division that of the age that you are that the day of that tournament. So
yeah,
I have to compete 14, 15, and 16, 17. I have to compete. I have to get first or second place in 14, 15 to go to Junior Pan Ams, and then I have to get first place in 16 and 17 to go to Junior Worlds.
Hey, that's pretty cool though. That's like you're gonna be competing with two different age groups right there. That's like within a week, right? That's pretty cool. So how about you, Corina? Are you going to battle?
No, I can't go to battle just because I know the flights within states in the U.S. are cheaper, but like from Canada, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah,
so
I
next.
know it's pretty expensive because we got Jeremy Francoeur on the
Yeah.
scene. But
yeah.
Hey, but it's all good. It's all good. But so what's next for you then?
Next one might be Washington Capitol Classics, and if not, it'll be King of New York, which is now Queen of New York in September.
Right. That's pretty cool that Jesse's doing that too, right? Like
he's
dedicated. But some people are funny, like they confusing it. They think it's just a woman's tournament, but his tournament was like he had to clarify it that it's an open tournament. But he was like, King of New York has been around a long time, and like it's King, right? And everyone's it's open to all, and then now he changes it to Queen of New York for this year, and people are like, what? So I guess it was a little different, but that's pretty cool. How do you feel about that? Anyways, like he's highlighting more of the women. Pretty much, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is. It is cool, and it's fun to just see women like on an on an equal stance as men, because we're used to seeing men's fighting, men's finals, but it's fun to see more and more women's finals being put out there.
Yeah, I think that there is a movement out there now for equality with everybody, like that. Like even with my shows, like I'm listening to, to the audience, and just trying to put more people out there. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let me see. What's going on? Oh, orange juice is good for the slippery mouth. Yeah, that's a good one. Orange juice. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, so what else do you guys do outside of karate? What other do you go to college? I think you're in college, right? Corina?
Yeah, I just finished, actually. I'm graduating on Tuesday, so I just finished school.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So done with that, and if not, just at work, and whenever I can, I train. I try to see Jeremy. I try to see my friends. Pretty much.
Yeah. So karate, pretty much is all karate.
Yeah.
How about you, Hunter?
Same, basically. Today was my last day of school. I do online school, so I do school at home on a computer. Besides that, I do go to the gym in the morning, come back, do schoolwork until whenever. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, train until I have dinner. Then on Tuesday and Thursday, I train a little bit, and then I come to the dojo and train.
Man, that's a great karate life right there.
Yeah.
That's a great. Hey, now online, right? Like I've been seeing that coming out more in the martial arts. Like I've been seeing online training like Kevin Walker, Reed Presley. Jared Liker's been doing it for years. Have you guys ever taught a class like that or taken a class like that online with martial arts or not?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
No,
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I know I've seen more and more of those how can I put it, like motivational videos, like kind of like the ones that Gerald Dawson would do.
Oh
He
yeah,
just
yeah,
like stands and just talk, like those I listen to,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
I've
for
never
sure.
actually had a
But not
class.
like a sky. Like these guys are like seeing what you're doing, like a
Yeah.
private class
yeah,
and stuff. And like, could you imagine like actual like group classes like that where they got like the instructor in a big TV in front of a group, and he could see everybody what they're doing, and they could see him. Imagine that in the future. You could teach multiple classes
yeah.
at one time. I could see that in the future. You never know. Maybe there's a hologram of you there, and you're just
Maybe.
Yeah, my
I just
yeah.
go
My
ahead, go
younger
ahead.
my younger brother, when he was doing karate, he did Skype private lessons with for sure with Kalman Soka. I think that's how you say his name.
oh, Kamen Shoka.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember he does that. Hey, what is up with Kalman? Like Kalman, is he still around teaching it or anything? Do you know anything about that? Or we got to do a where are they now interview,
Yeah.
right? That'll be cool.
Yeah.
And I know you train with Anthony Atkins. I just posted a video of him, and it's getting a lot of views.
Yeah.
And I know you trained with him before too, right?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long ago was that?
I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, when I was still doing the open.
Oh man, that's cool. So he's really cool, right? He was
Yeah.
man, he was awesome, like competitor. It'll be good to see him do a seminar out there too. And he looks like, I guess he's also a great teacher
Yeah.
out there. Hey, so I had this topic. This is a cool topic for you guys. I had this topic out there this week, and it's I'm typing it up. What do you guys feel about underbelt grands, right? Underbelt grands. Grand championship for underbelts. What do you think about that topic? You think that like some tournaments do like a early night show, right, with just underbelts, and some tournaments too, they do like they don't do a night show, but they'll put the underbelts to compete against the intermediate, the advanced, and black belt to kind of have like one grand champion in that age group. What do you think about that? You think that's good?
I kind of have mixed feelings about it, just because I feel that when you're in like an underbelt, that's what you look forward to
Yeah.
as a black belt. So I feel
Uh-huh.
like if you've already lived all of those things
What do
when
you
you're a
have to
black
look
belt.
forward to? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like my mixed feeling about that.
Yeah, that's a good point there. How about you, Hunter? What do you think?
It's kind of mixed. Some of the tournaments that I've seen, when they have grands, they put the weapons and the forms together. And another, like you said, it kind of takes away from that feeling of getting there and winning.
Yeah,
As a
that is
black
true.
belt.
That is true. I mean, I do think there's a place for it in the sport. Maybe not for the night show. I don't think. But then again, you know, it's more work for the promoter, but it's also could mean more competitors. Because like sometimes there's the world of sport karate consists of mostly underbelts,
Mhm.
right? Like that's the
Yeah.
biggest bulk of the tournament. That's what pays most of the bills. So getting a chance to highlight them, maybe that's a good tactic for promoters.
Yeah.
To get more people in there. But it is way more work to imagine doing 2 night shows. That's crazy. But I kind of like the grants, but not maybe for a show. Maybe like how like Blitz and Kick USA does it. Like let's say you win 6 and 7. No, let's say not 6 and 8 and 9 beginner. You could compete against the intermediate and advanced and black belt without having to move up, and you test your skills. But they do it right there in the division, right there after everything. I think that's a good idea because they get a taste of it, right? Of the next level up without having to move up. I like that, right?
Yeah. It kind of gives them like just an idea of where they're at without actually doing something. But I think as long as maybe there's like a separation. So like you said, sometimes there's like the underbelt finals that's either a bit before the night show or on the Friday, and then there's the grands. Then as in that case, like the kids or the underbelts still have something to look forward to. Like I was on the underbelt stage, but now I want to be on the black belt stage. Like that's where I want to be. So
yeah, that's true. Give them something to look forward to. Exactly.
mm-hmm.
Exactly. Hey, so it was great to have you guys on the show. We're gonna wrap it up. You guys are congratulations again.
Thank
And
you.
Hunter, you got the power ring. I think you're the first forms competitor to get the power ring. So that's pretty cool. And I wanted that power ring to go to everyone, like underbelts as well. You know, women, seniors. We got a senior on board. We need a woman now. We need to give it out to a woman competitor. I know that we are giving one out at the HIT tournament for the set fight between Hope and Jasmine, but I want to probably give it out for in a national. Maybe that'll be cool. Maybe like the U.S. Open, like a big one. I want to hold the ladies one for a big one like that. But that's good. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the show.
Thanks for having
joining
me.
us. Make sure you guys like, share, follow, and just click on to getting the notification. Have a good night and a great weekend. This weekend there is a tournament, SoFlo. We're gonna be SoFlo Battle of Champions. We're gonna be streaming from there too, so it's gonna be a good tournament down here in South Florida. Have a good night, guys. Power. Woo.
Bye. Thank you.